Animals are our teachers. They have their instincts, right? They don't overthink things and analyze things to death and live in their head and go by things that they were taught and programmed. They follow their instincts. Like my little Charlotte, I always say she's my little 5-pound dog. I call her my furry Buddha. She is one of my greatest teachers. You know, she sleeps when she's tired. She eats when she's hungry. She stops when she's full. She doesn't keep eating because she's having anxiety. You know, if she's bored, she'll just go get her ball and be like, come on, play with me. You're working too much, and drop it at my feet. And when we're on a walk and she gets tired, she'll stop. Or if she's hot on a walk and she's tired, she'll go lay down in the shade under a tree and just stop walking. And that's a sign I need to pick her up, because she actually is a little bit older now. She's already 13. So we don't go at the pace we used to go, but we still do fine. So I let her set the pace on all that now, which is another lesson for me. It's made me slow down in my walks with her. I have to be a much more patient mommy, because if you do the math, a 13-year-old dog times 7, she's over 90. So she's over a grandmother's age. So I remember that all the time when I start getting impatient with her and, like, come on, let's go. And she's just taught me so much. So animals, whether they're domestic or wild, are certainly our greatest teachers. So we can look to the animals that are right around us. And even if you live in a big fancy city, there's animals around you. They've adapted to live, whether they be squirrels or birds or even rats, insects, okay? They've all adapted and all have lessons to teach. And remember, pay attention to your dreams too. Or if something keeps occurring to you, let's say you just had a thought about an animal, and then all of a sudden that night on TV, you're watching a show and then there's the animal. Or later you're reading a book and someone mentions the animal, or maybe a song or a friend, or I don't know, you see a billboard of it or whatever. If there's things that happen 2-3 times in a short period of time, that is not a coincidence, okay? That is not a coincidence. That's the way the soul and Great Spirit can communicate sometimes. It's trying to get your attention. And sometimes if you're like me and you've got a really thick head, I always ask Great Spirit to just seriously make it clear, because I'm not too smart sometimes and I can be very distracted and very stubborn and very closed-minded, like, oh, it has to be this way. No, it doesn't. I always pray every day to be open-minded, open-hearted, open my heart, open my mind, open my soul to the truth. And I know that requires me letting go of a lot of false beliefs. And so I always asked for Great Spirit to make the communication really clear, because I'm still got my training wheels on that one. So if you see something more than once in a short period of time, that's definitely an indication it's trying to get your attention.